everybody, this is Katherine Donovan. Here we have another Katherine the Fury episode. Please enjoy. Thank you. Sorry if I sound kind of peppy at the beginning of, hey everybody. God, I sound like a freaking kids show host or something. But anyway, not that I have a problem, but that sounded a little too sappy, so I do apologize. Okay. Alright, I know some of you aren't too big with any movie remakes, but what if I told you that there was only one I like, and it comes from animated to live action? What in the world am I talking about? Alice in Wonderland, the Disney versions. Okay. I heard from WatchMojo.com that on the top 10 worst remakes of movies was Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland on there. And that there is like injustice. And I know what you people are thinking. Oh, great. Can't she see that everyone's got opinions? Yeah, I do see that, okay? Now, hush. Keep your thoughts to yourselves and leave them in the comments. Sorry if I sound too harsh, but honestly, I am not going to let some people go and judge me. Who are you to judge me? Nobody is. But anyway, so like, they say Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland isn't so hot, and how they like the old version of it, like in the 1950s. I forget, but it was like really old, but I saw it when I was like a little girl, so I didn't know it came out earlier before, and I had the VHS, and I was only a little kid, and it was in the 1990s. So I watched all the Disney movies: Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, Alice in Wonderland, The Little Mermaid, Mulan. Oh, a lot of them. Can't even get enough. Such the best thing ever happened. But anyway, so they say Alice in Wonderland, the old version of it, is a lot better than Tim Burton's. Okay, let me explain something to you guys. I like both the animated movie and the one that Tim Burton made. I thought Tim Burton's version was really funny, really touching, and just overwhelmingly awesome. And I think the sequel is just as good. But let me explain the differences between them and why I like Tim Burton's best version of Alice in Wonderland. And I think maybe Watch Mojo sounded a little too harsh about it. But that's my opinion. But anyway. You see, in the old Alice in Wonderland movie, Alice, of course, falls down the rabbit hole. She meets all these characters, follows a white rabbit. That whole story. But in this Disney version, like, everybody is getting on Alice's case. Some of them are downright being jerks. And some of them are just not really helpful and becoming really frustrating for her. And I can't help but think, I hate it when these people don't give her enough sympathy and just make things harder for her. It's just like in Wonderland, it's so confusing, like life itself. Like, you run into the most jerk-ass people, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, just great. And you can't help but wonder, does everybody hate Alice in this movie? Because I hated when they mistreat her. It's not her fault that she's trying to understand it. She just followed a freaking white rabbit, and she's going down the rabbit hole. and you people aren't making things easier. So I'm like, oh, screw it. While watching it, I kind of hated how Alice has to suffer in this. I'm like, come on, Alice doesn't need to suffer. She's just confused. She just needs a little help, and you guys aren't even making things better. But my favorite part of the movie is when Alice always says things like, oh, goodness. Just like back in those old movies. I always thought that was very dramatic. Sorry if I sounded too loud. But I love the part where she stands up to the cards and the Queen of Hearts like, old tool, I'm not afraid of you. Why, you're nothing but a pack of cards. I am not a mile high, and I'm not leaving. I love how the Queen of Hearts is freaking out, and she's like, sorry, Rule 32, you know, or whatever. And then Alice goes, and as for you, your Majesty, your Majesty indeed. Why, you're not a queen, you're just a fat, pompous, bad-tempered old tyrant. I'm like, oh great, the mushrooms wear off, great. Now she's in trouble. And the Cheshire Cat was a bit of a jerk, repeating what she was about to say. I was like, you're not helping, you stupid smiling kitty cat. Oh man. But I like how in the end Alice woke up and it was all just a dream. I'm like, good, you don't need them anyway. But then Tim Burton's version came along and it was a lot more colorful. And it becomes more dafter, more funnier, more cheery. And the only thing I love about this movie is that all the wonders in Wonderland, and by wonders, I mean the people in Wonderland, are becoming quite nice to her. Even though the White Rabbit and the Dormouse are not too kind, the Mad Hatter, the White Queen, but, you know, to me, I'm like, wait, what? They never mentioned a White Queen in the Disney version. Then again, I haven't read the book, but I think they shortened it a bit, so no White Queen was mentioned. But I have to admit, even though some people don't really like Anne Hathaway, I absolutely adore her role as the White Queen. She does it so well. But yeah, sometimes she's Little Miss Perfect, but hey, I pretty much liked her acting since The Princess Diaries. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I like the Tim Burton's Alice version where everyone is nice to Alice, even in the sequel where she comes back falling down and they're all happy to see her. Like, you're back, Alice, it's so good to see you. And they give her hugs, but Dormouse is like, don't be nice to her, she's late. And Alice goes, have I come at a bad time? And the White Queen goes, on the contrary, we didn't think you were going to come at all. But the Red Queen, or the Queen of Hearts if you were referred to her, honestly, she's just like the original Queen of Hearts. But Helena Bonham Carter's version, oh my god, she makes me laugh. I love Helena ever since The Corpse Bride. You know, Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. I love it. She just plays the Queen of Hearts and Red Queen, both at the same time she's referred to. Yeah, bloody big head. But anyway. So I like Tim Burton's Alice version better than the original, because I don't know if the characters in Wonderland are supposed to be nice to her in the old version. Are they trying to help her out, or are they just trying to make her life even more difficult while trying to find a way out? It just makes it so frustrating and just so... Ugh. But in the Tim Burton's Alice version, it makes a lot more sense and a lot more friendlier than the old one. And let's just say Tim Burton's got a bit of humor in it and amazing scenery in Wonderland. Makes you want to go there and just stay there and never go back home. At least that's how I see it. And then the sequel version, I don't know if you guys watch Sherlock or Victor Frankenstein, but Andrew Scott is in the sequel version where he plays a sadistic doctor. Yeah, in the asylum where Alice escaped from. Man, he always plays such the bad guys. Why does he always play the bad guys? Maybe it's good to be bad. But I'm sorry, ladies, even though he's a nice guy and he is a talented actor, sadly, he's gay. But be happy for him, really. But the only reason why I said that is because if any girls would find him attractive and maybe their perfect guy, I don't think so. He's gay, but you can still love him no matter what. I do. When I found that out, I'm like, oh, so he already came out in 2013? I'm like, oh. I go, well, it's okay. I still adore his acting, and I still will. But I'm getting off topic again, so what do you guys think? Do you like the old version of Alice in Wonderland, or do you just hate how the characters in Wonderland are a lot of big, fat jerkasses to Alice? Or do you like Tim Burton's version? Because I like his version better than the old. Even though I love both, I would have to choose Tim Burton's because, I don't know, they're so much nicer. Then again, I haven't seen the other films, but hey. This is my opinion. This is all mine. You can leave your opinion in the comments below. So please, please enjoy. And I'll see you next time. And maybe next time I'll come up with a better topic. But what do you guys think? Do you actually adore Alice in Wonderland? Do you, maybe she's not your cup of tea? Get it? Cup of tea? Yeah, never mind. Do you like Tim Burton's Alice? Or do you like the Disney original Alice in Wonderland? What's your favorite Disney movie? What's your favorite Disney princess? Or you don't like the whole Disney princess and you like the underrated females in Disney that are a lot more stronger and more powerful? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you so much for listening and watching. See you next time.